Hello and welcome to Unwrap with me, your girl Helen. You're joining me from Malabar Wine and Dine restaurant at Mlungushi village in Kalundu. Today my guest is one person that I think I've been wanting to talk to for a long time. Feel intimidated around him because I think he's done so much in the industry. I'm talking about Mubita Nawa. So stay tuned, sit back and relax as we chat with Mubita Nawa. Welcome back. So I mentioned that I'll be chatting with Mubita Nawa. Hi.
Good morning. How are you? Good evening. Good afternoon. Hi, Helen. Nice to
right?
be here. Lovely. Thank you for having me.
I'm excited to have you here. But I was just thinking that when I have people who've done so many interviews on the show, I'm always feeling a bit intimidated. Like, they've done this so many times. They're going to see that, is she doing this right? But I'm so excited to have you really on the show.
Amazing stuff. Thank you so much. Love your show. Love what God is doing in your life. And you've been an amazing beacon of hope for me over the years. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Okay, so Rita, I would like to know a little bit about you, your background. Where were you born? Just tell me a little bit about yourself.
So I was born in Charleston some many years ago. My father was civil servant at the airport, my mother civil servant, a teacher at Chakunkula Primary School. So growing up in Charleston was very simple and very practical, good family, and yeah, grew up there, played all kinds of childhood games.
Yeah.
We're not poor, we're not rich, but we were just okay.
Managing.
Yes.
Okay. Were you always, because you are a motivational speaker, and I think sometimes we see these things when somebody's too young and you see how they carry themselves, how they want to advise people. Were you always like that?
Somehow, I used to talk a lot. I don't think I talk as much, but I used to get on the noisemakers list. That's number one. But whenever we had family gatherings, funerals, weddings, I always had uncles laughing, aunties laughing.
Yeah.
Everybody would be talking about me, and I didn't realize it. But I think I only realized that I had a gift when I was maybe in my 12, 11, somewhere there years. That's when I realized it was actually a gift.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you knew you could host something at an early age.
Absolutely.
Nice. Tell me about your first professional hosting.
So my first professional hosting, I don't even want to say professional, was through Scripture Union. Okay. And I would just stand up and give people encouragement. Yeah. And then in particular, I remember I had two classmates that I encouraged, and then they brought their friends. Yeah. That day, I knew I had a gift because tears rolled down their eyes. And I just wanted to keep going and talking and talking. That day, I knew that I had a truly gift to people's hearts.
You ever thought of when that happened? Did you what was going through your mind? What should be the next thing I should do? Or
no, I didn't think about the next thing. I enjoyed the moment. Yes, I didn't even know there was a next thing.
Yeah,
I didn't know. In fact, I remember when I started my career professionally now as a motivational speaker.
Yeah.
My very first motivational talk was with 6 children who were 3 years old. And really? I convinced, yes, Miss Robinson, the teacher at Clay Academy in Dallas, Texas. I said, I am a good speaker. You know, I want to speak. She says, have you ever spoken? I said, yeah, but I want to speak again. And I said, but I want to start with your children. She says, I can only give you a class of 6 kids who are 3 years old. And that was the best motivational talk I ever gave to 6 children. And it was called How to Set Goals.
3 years old?
Absolutely. And then 3 years later, I met one of them with their mother.
Yeah.
And he was 6. And he says, Mama, meet Mr. Mubita. He taught me how to set goals.
Wow. I mean, I'm thinking about a 3-year-old and you're able to advise them on how to set goals and they still remember when they are 6. How did you manage to engage with them? How did you manage to...
Helen, I'm good with children. I am excellent with children. And one of the reasons I'm good with children is when I was a child, people used to just say to me, kitty, 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 look at his big cheeks, you know.
Yeah.
And yet what I wanted as a child was somebody to speak to me about destiny and greatness. So I feel like I lacked that kind of mentorship amongst people around me.
Yeah.
So I then give it to children.
Okay.
And that's what makes me really passionate about children.
Nice. Okay, on that note, we take a break. On this break, I want you to choose a music video that we can play on this show. I mean, you listen to Zambian music?
Yes, I love Zambian music too much.
Tell me the song I should play or the artists.
I think you choose Mampi. I love Mampi's music, and she moves me. I love her. She's just a great artist.
So anything by Mampi?
Anything by Mampi.
I'm thinking we'll play Roller Coaster, which is, I think, the last video that she has done to, yeah, for now. Let's check out Mampi with Roller Coaster.
It's another brand new rhythm. The Queen Diva on the big, yeah. Mampi, Nine Romukwaya. Just let's go. Oh, baby. Mampi, baby, go. Been feeling so lately. So me back on a tell you in there. My baby. That I'm when I on Sunday. You hurting me badly. So me back on a tell you in there. Unileta baduze no nirekelela. Our love's a roller coaster. Mutima ulipano mailo paja. And I crave a love so pure, love so tender, love so deep. Msanje yuwa kuchira njara, kuchira na matenda, kuchira maliro. Umanipanga no nipangushula. Unileta baduze no nirekelela. Our love's a roller coaster. Mutima ulipano mailo paja. Umanipanga no nipangushula. Unileta baduze no nirekelela. Our love's a roller coaster. Mutima ulipano mailo paja. Oh, baby, my baby, been feeling so lately. So I'm gonna tell you, my baby, that I'm when I on Sunday. You hurting me badly. So I'm gonna tell you, just open my shoes. Put yourself in my shoes. Put yourself in my shoes and find me way like they do it. Put yourself in my shoes. Put yourself in my shoes. Put yourself in my shoes and find me way like they do it. Imaronga no longo no la kapena nikusiye msima wakana. Dadi ni mwevo wakarufanya kana tindanda tindalani kisha. Wasini ya muketi lolo lolo. Ponishe mafika muli pompon. Yala mazonse za salamu maba. Kuchita mwela kumozi azareni. Roller coaster baby. This is a roller coaster baby. Oh, baby, my baby, go. Been feeling so lately. So me I'm gonna tell you, my baby, that I'm when I on Sunday. You hurting me badly. So me wake up, who's a sala wake up, ukashala wake up.
Mwene wuma wonekela, osankala, kwenyelela, nalema pandelela, pretty girl with a fine figure. This is T-Y, aka T-Busy. Olokapena tanonga, you're watching Unwrapped with Hellen. Don't osachinja, stick on.
Welcome back. So that is Mampi with Roller Coaster. One thing I'd love to know, I think being a motivational speaker and you stand in front of people, you encourage them, you sometimes you guys will make it look like life is easy. You know, when I'm from listening, I'm thinking, oh, I can do it. Have you ever had pressure, you know, where sometimes you may be encouraging people and yet you yourself, there's certain things that are not working out. You are chasing a certain goal and it's just not working out. Do you ever feel pressure to say, should I keep standing and encourage people if me, myself, I'm not doing it?
Absolutely. I remember, I'll give you two quick examples. There was one time I did a motivational talk in Dallas. I was a security guard at the time for TDJX. I talked to my boss, I have a motivational talk. Can I go and speak? He says, I can't give you a day off. You have to go on your lunch break.
Yeah.
And I was a guard in this security guard ugly uniform. And I needed to be in a suit, you know, to shine.
Yeah.
And he refused. I had 1 hour. So I ended up giving a motivational talk in a security guard uniform. It was the most awkward thing ever. It was like, okay, guys, I hope you believe me.
Yeah.
And then there was one particular incident. I had just lost a big contract. And I had to go motivate people 2 hours later. And it was a big contract. Big contract. Probably the biggest contract. And I was really broken inside, but I stood. And I'll tell you right now, that is one of the best motivational talks I've ever given because tears were rolling down my...
Speaking from...
I was crying and I was motivating people. It was just beautiful.
Nice. I'm thinking security guard uniform and He's standing there, he's encouraging me. Here are two things. I'll either look down on you and say, why are you talking about things that you can't do for yourself? Secondly, I would be encouraged to say, this guy is still able to encourage us, even though he's still wearing that security guard uniform. What response did you get? Did you get anybody even approach you and say thank you?
Thankfully, it was Americans. So Americans are a bit more lenient towards that. I'm not sure how it would work at a Bankers Association meeting and they come out in a security guard. Because even at this level, us, if we just board the bus, people will be like, demotivator wa bwanji, na moto.
Yeah.
So it's you know, culturally, it's difficult, but I'm just glad I did it. I don't ever want to do that again. Because even me, I didn't really feel, you know, like, you know, Smart Center was right. You are what you were.
Yeah, exactly. But how did you find yourself working with TD Jakes?
First of all, I love Bishop Jakes. So in 1993, I saw a video of TD Jakes, and I said to myself, that's my boss, that's my mentor, that's my pastor.
Yeah.
And I said, I'm going to move to the US. 3 years later, I moved to the USA. And I went as a student, Dallas Baptist University. And the very next day, I arrived Christmas Day 1999. The very next day, I was in Dallas, Texas at the Potter's House Church. And I ended up working for him for 7.5 years.
Nice, nice. How was the experience?
Oh, heavenly.
Nice.
Heaven. He's a great man.
Okay, so you are a motivational speaker. You stand in front of, you said you love kids. You have any kids?
I have 6 children.
Wow, boys, girls?
I have 3 girls and 3 boys. Yeah.
Okay, like I said, sometimes you guys face pressure. And last year, I think we saw social media buzzing about your divorce. How long were you married though?
I was married for close to 13 years.
Okay.
Yes.
What happened?
So, you know, when you're a public figure, your life is out there. And, you know, obviously you love someone, you walk a good path, and things happen. There are differences in marriage. And unfortunately, when you're a public figure, even your differences are being handled by so many people.
Yeah.
So I just think, though we loved each other, though we have great children together, and things just couldn't work out, and it was better to be at peace and walk separate ways than the next thing you hear, difficult situations. And I think as Zambians, we have to accept that, which is better. You know, like there was an incident, remember in Kabwe, there was that police officer who was murdered by a soldier husband because they had different things. And when you look at the threads, Zambians were, no, but why didn't you leave? No, but why didn't you? You see, so when bad things happen, we tell people, why didn't you leave? When people leave, we tell people, why did you leave? So I think it's just important that all of us know that challenges are there for all of us, and we go through them.
Okay, so how's your relationship now, seeing that you guys have kids?
She's the mother of my children. I always respect her, I always love her, I always appreciate her. And I think in life where there is maturity, you can differ with somebody and still respect them. We still manage a great business together. Our largest business is still jointly managed by us. And we'll always be supportive of our children. I think the greatest mandate in life is to be responsible. There are people who are married and they are living lives of single lives. You find he is still married and he's got 8 girlfriends. Hello, let's get a life.
Okay. When you saw, I think there was a lot of backlash coming from social media, especially to you, directed to you, because obviously you are the one who is in the public and not your wife. Did you ever at some point feel like I need to respond to any?
No, I don't respond.
Were you reading the comments?
I don't read.
Okay, I think that's
so those who write, they waste their time. I have never read, even when we did the perfumes and people wrote nasty things, I never read their comments. Whenever I've had challenges, because I've had a series, maybe 3 or 4 challenges, because when you're a public figure, you grow with people, you rise with people. So I never read those comments. I never do. And whenever a friend sends me a bad comment, I tell them, you're sending it to the wrong person. I never do, because there's nothing good there. And I know the culture of Zambians generally. When you're up there, they praise you. When you're down here, they crucify you. So I don't read their comments. I don't. And I'm so glad I protected my family from the public eye. To this day, most people don't know who my family is. And I love that. That's why I protect family. Because I would rather take the blunt. Because I'm the public figure. I'm the one who must pay the price. So no, I never, not even one single day.
So are you seeing anyone right now?
I'm seeing you. You're in front of me. And I'm seeing
do you have a girlfriend?
Hellen!
An intimate girlfriend?
I have a Bible and I have 100,000 followers on Facebook. Hellen, I live in Zambia. There are 14 million citizens. Come on, girl.
I want to know if you have a girlfriend.
Hellen, I have 2 sisters and 8 aunties.
Are you intimate with your sisters?
Hellen!
And your aunts?
Oh, Lord. So here is the thing. I think when a man goes through different things. What is important is to heal. What is important is to focus on children, making sure that the children are taken care of, and also focus on your past partner because she has a life. You have to make sure you protect her still. It's my responsibility. And I don't want anyone to ever say anything nasty about them. Let me do that if I have to. So in terms of my personal life at the moment, I am me and I'll always be responsible, and I'm not excited about anything.
So are you saying anyone?
So as I was saying, do you know that Zambia is a Christian nation?
Yes or no?
Helen, on your next invite, I will give you information. It's not important, and that's what I want people to know.
So right now, you are running away from the question.
I am seated. How can I run?
All I want is for you to say, yes, I am, or...
No, I will not answer that, because whether I say yes, it's a problem. Whether I say no, it's a problem. What is important?
Who said it's going to be a problem?
Okay, it's not a problem.
Yeah.
So, Mubita Nawa is here, excited about life, excited about my lovely children, and excited about my future, my bright future.
Okay, you had a fragrance line. I think it's the first fragrance line we had from a Zambian, and people were excited. People, like you said, some always had negative things to say, like, how can a Zambian do this?
Put his face on a perfume bottle.
Yeah, firstly it was the face, then
the name. They said at least you should have called it some famous person, not Mubita Nawa perfume. And I told them, Mubita Nawa is my name.
Yeah.
Deal with it.
There's Antonio
And the
Banderas
fragrance
perfume.
is my perfume.
Yeah.
Deal with it.
How did you feel though that at some, did you ever feel like I've gotten enough support from the local people?
Yes. Oh, actually, we are probably the ones who disappointed the market in terms of consistency. We had a problem with our supplier, and we're fixing that. We're about to relaunch this year. But in terms of support, oh my word, it was amazing. And part of why they supported it, I think they loved how I handled the criticism. I never shied away. I never responded negatively. I responded positively. I heard what they said. We augmented it, changed it, and no, we're going to come back very big this year, and we're going to launch 2 more. Other than Defiance, we'll launch 2 more fragrances, one for children and one a milder version. Yeah.
Okay, nice. So when should we expect that?
I think by my birthday, June.
Oh, so that's very soon, actually.
Very
so
soon.
Something that everybody needs to...
Absolutely.
How did... okay, when we come back, I think let's go... we just take a break there, giving me a sign for a break. I still have lots of questions. So stay tuned. I'm still chatting with Mubita Nawa. Stay on. Welcome back. So I'm still chatting with Mubita Nawa, and I wanted to know, did the divorce have any effect on your career?
Yes.
Negative?
Both.
Tell me about it.
So, for example, the very week that the news broke, I had 2 jobs. One was a bank, one was a semi-government institution, and they were big jobs, big jobs. And when the news broke, I think the news broke on a Saturday through the Daily Mail, and by Monday, those jobs I had, one was Wednesday, the other one was Friday. Everything was done, except the payment was never done. And they called and says, no, we have rescheduled and whatnot. And I said, no problem. And I said, God bless you. So I've learned in life, when people give you a lift, say thank you. When they don't give you a lift, say thank you. That's it.
Yeah.
Because I thank those organizations. And ironically, one of them, their MD, has had a divorce. But anyway, it's fine. Zambia has had how many presidents? 3 of them have had divorces.
Yeah.
But they've led us. Some of the members of parliament have had divorces. Some of the pastors have had divorces. I'm not the first, and I'll not be the last.
But how is it now?
Oh, it's good. You see, the thing is, about 10 years ago, I made a decision to diversify. There are businesses I run. Zambians don't even know they are my businesses. And so a Zambian will close this door thinking they are punishing me. But they don't know the other door they are walking through is still my business.
Yeah.
So I'm so grateful to God that God has given me the grace to run multiple businesses. That even maybe when one is a bit down, the others, But, I'm still speaking. There are other companies that still call us, weddings, as master of ceremonies. So we are very excited.
Nice. Okay, tell me what else you're working on. We know you're having your fragrance come relaunch in June. What else do you want?
So there's something very special I'm doing. I'll be coming up with an announcement around end of April. I believe that my career has just started, so I'm very, very excited. I can't say it now, but it's something really big, and I'll make sure you hear it first.
I have to, and if he doesn't tell me first, I'll make sure that I'll say it on TV.
That's right.
Okay, I think we take another musical break, and this time pick another.
So Nathan Yerenda is a friend of mine. I've known him for years, since he was a youth.
Let's listen to Nathan Yerenda.
The sun goes up, the sun goes down. They come as days and go as years. I was young and now I'm grown. Can I do one more thing before I die? The sun goes up, the sun goes down. They come as days and go as years. I was young and now I'm grown. Can I do one more thing before I die? Can I say one more word before I die? Can I give one last prayer for someone in need of love? Can I please sing one more song just for one more soul? Can I do one more thing before I die? And now I'm here, counting the years, counting the gains, mourning the loss, scarred by the world, clinging to hope. Can I do one more thing before I die? Can I say one more word before I die? Can I give one last prayer for someone in need of love?
Baby, it is you I want, I cannot deny it. Black Yves Saint Laurent, baby, I'll be buying. Don't say goodbye. Don't say goodbye, bye, bye. Ladies and gentlemen, you are with your boy Kuni, and you are watching Unwrapped with Hellen.
Okay, Mubita Nawa, I want here on the show, even after we talk about everything serious, we want to play a game and just put a smile on your face, hopefully. The game is called Crush and Wrap. So I'll give you 3 names of Zambian celebrities, hoping you know them, and whatever I ask you, you just have to pick from these 3 names.
Okay.
You have no right to go outside, to think outside the box
Okay.
here. Okay, so there's Petita Mwanza, the model, lawyer now as well. Mampi, you picked her song, and Mutale Mwanza, radio personality. Who would you have a crush on amongst the 3?
Petita Mwanza.
Who would you date?
All 3.
No, there's nothing like all 3. We're not.
Mutale Mwanza.
Who would you marry?
Mampi.
All right, thank you so much. I'm excited to have you on the show. I hope you enjoyed yourself. Yeah.
It was a blast. Thank you for having me. You are so awesome. Thank you.
I want you to look into that camera and just encourage somebody out there.
God has created you for a purpose. Find it. No matter what happens, friction only affects things that are in motion. If you fall, you get up. And when you get up, stay humble. And when you are up there, lift somebody else. You are a light, shine, and don't ever let anybody dim your light.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Alrighty, so this has been Unwrapped with me, your girl Helen. I was chatting with Mubita Nawa. I hope you have enjoyed this episode. We just started our season 2, and I hope you've enjoyed the episodes that we have been showing you so far. Remember to like our Facebook page, Unwrapped with Helen. Just follow what we're posting on the page and make sure you don't miss out on anything concerning this show. From me, your girl Helen, and the entire crew, it's bye-bye.